Hello, welcome to this lesson. In this lesson, we'll be considering conditional formatting part 2. The other time in lesson 2, we talked about conditional formatting, where we said conditional formatting is like giving your data a makeover. It automatically changes the color, style, or format of cells based on rules you set. It helps you spot patterns, trends, and important information in your data, making it easier to understand at a glance. Let's walk through some examples now. For instance now, these are numbers from 20 to 800 now. If I decide to highlight all these numbers now and come to home, under home you will see conditional formatting. There are different kind of formatting pattern that we can use to format. Now let me click on this now. If I click on this conditional formatting now, we have highlight cell rules now. Now you can see this, we have greater than, less than, between, equals to, text that contain, date occurring, duplicate values, and so on. Now let me start with the greater than. Now let's start with this greater than now. For instance now, we've highlighted everything. Let me see. Okay, we've highlighted all the numbers here now. Let me say I want to numbers greater than 180. Can you see now? It has actually what? The conditional formatting has actually applied to it now. Now we can decide to change the color to any of our choice. You can use light red fill, red text, red border, or customized format, any of your choice. Now we can decide to use this green fill now. We've what? We've changed the color, but let's leave it as this default color now. That's red fill. Now that's the default color. Now click on OK now. That's actually what the conditional formatting has actually applied to this what? To this text now, and to these numbers now. Now these are the numbers greater than what? 180 up to 100, up to 800. From 200 to what? To 800 are the numbers that are what? Greater than 180. In a situation whereby you have a bulk data, you get what I'm saying now, you can decide to what? Instead of you to be checking one after the other, you can decide to use your conditional formatting when you what? When you want to apply formatting, and you can use any format of your choice. Now let's highlight back again. Let's highlight all the numbers. I've highlighted everything here. Okay, let me click on our conditional formatting again. Now click on the less than. If you click on the less than now, let me see numbers we've done for the greater than. Let me see the numbers less than 100 now. Less than 100. Now let me use another color. Let's use green fill this time around. Click on OK. Now can you see it now? That's actually what indicates numbers that are less than what? 100, and also indicate numbers that are greater than what? 180. That's what essence of the word conditional formatting, indicating it with what? Different colors or text or any of the format of your choice you want to use. We've actually used the word greater than now, and also use the word less than for the numbers less than 100, and for what? The numbers greater than 180. Now let's highlight back again. Let's highlight. Let's go up. Now shift control arrow down. Sorry, shift control arrow up. Okay, click on your conditional formatting. Now we've actually talked about the greater than, less than. Now let's see the between now. Now for instance now, let me say I want to see the numbers between 360 and 600. No, sorry, 600. Now let's use another color to indicate that. Let's say red border. Okay, let's use yellow. Click on OK. Now you can see now it said numbers in between what? In between 360 and what? 600. These are the numbers between 360 and what? And 600. It has actually what? The conditional formatting is actually working, and it has also what? Applied another color for what? For the number between what? 360 and 600. and for the greater than, that was the one we did earlier, and for the less than, that was the one on what? Green color. That's how you can use your conditional format. Now let's come to conditional formatting that has to do with text. The first thing, you highlight everything. Now shift control arrow down. Now I've highlighted everything. Come to home. Under home, click on conditional formatting. Now text, click on text. Now by default, now you can see it now. The one we have here is what? Monday. Now it has selected all the Mondays we have here now. For instance, now I want to check all the what? All the Tuesdays we have now. Can you see it now? Now I can decide to change the what? The text color. Now I can use light red field, green field with dark green text, yellow field, and so on and so forth. Now for instance, let me use this first one now, or better still, let me use this green. Can you see now? It has actually what? Selected all the Tuesdays we actually what? Have here when using this what? Conditional formatting. Now the next thing, let's look at text, let's look at conditional formatting that has to do with date. Now let's select all the dates we have here. Shift control arrow down. Now come to home. Under home, click on your conditional formatting, highlight cell rules. Now date occurring, come here now. For instance, now if I decided that I want this, okay, if I decided that I want to check for yesterday, you can see it now. If I decided to check for today now, click on OK. Can you see now? It has actually what? Bring out what? Today's date. This was the day I was making this video, 23/11, sorry, 9/11/2023. This is actually the day I was actually making this video. Now I can still come back here, change it, date occurring. Now by okay, I can check for the last 7 days, last week, this week, and so on. Now let me check for the last 7 days now. Can you see now? It's actually working now. Let me check for the last week, sorry, this week. Can you see now? Let me check for next week. Can you see now? It's actually working. It has selected today and the next week. Now if I click on OK now, can you see? It's actually working. That is how to select, that is how to use conditional formatting when dealing with dates. Now we've done for the greater than, less than, text, date. Now let's do for bottom and top rows now. Now let me use these numbers now. Shift control arrow down. I've selected everything. Come to home. Under home, click on your conditional formatting. Now this is top slash bottom rows now. I can decide to check for what? Top 10 now. I can decide to check for top 10s now. Can you see now? These are the top 10s now. Okay. Top 9, top 8, top 7, top 6, top 5, and so on and so forth. If I decide to check for top 15, can you see it now? Now, mind you, the numbers I have here, they are from what? They are in ascending order now, from the lowest to the highest. In a situation where you have the what? Bulky data now, the conditional formatting will just have to what? To pick them out for you. Now click on OK. Now where do we actually need these skills? In a situation you keep financial record and you input data every day. If you want to capture the work you did in the last 2 days or in the last 5 weeks and so on, you can use conditional formatting. Now it works when you have bulky data. Instead of you using your eye, you can use conditional formatting. Instead of you using your eye to be searching for the particular data you are looking for. And at the tips of your finger, you will get the area where you work in the last couple of days, as the case may be. Now, before we round up this conditional formatting, there's something I would like to mention. Now, how do we clear rules now? For instance, now I want to clear these rules. Now, I highlight everything here, come to your conditional formatting. Now, you will see here now, clear rules now. Clear rules from the selected cells. These are the selected cells now. For instance, now you want to clear rules from the entire sheet. For instance, now you have a very bulky data now that you are working on now that occupies your sheet now. You can decide to click on this now, but I only selected this in numbers now that I'm working on. If I click here now, you can see now it has actually what clear the rows now. Let me do for the rest too. Let me just select everything, shift arrow up, now shift control arrow down. Now come to your conditional formatting, click on what? Click on clear rows, click on it now. That's actually what clear the rows now. You can do for others too. That's how to clear rows in conditional formatting. Now there's another thing I would like to mention, that is the freeze pane. Now when you type something at times, the first row is often called your headings because I have 100 of data here. Observe, this is segment, country, product, discount, unit sold, manufacturing. Let me increase the cell length now. Let me increase all the cell length. Reason why it's actually like that is because I haven't increased the cell length. Now, okay, I think we are fine now. Let's continue. Let me rename this sheet to freeze pane now before we continue. Freeze panes. Now, like I said the other time, these are the segments: country, product, discount, unit sold, manufacturing price, sales price, gross sales, discounts, sales, cost of goods sold, profit, date, number, number, month name, year, and so on. Now, observe something now. If I'm actually scrolling down now, for instance, now I'm scrolling down now, I'm not actually seeing the headings again. So one can hardly know the particular column, this particular column, the details of it now. If I actually go back up now, if I scroll up back now, I can you observe, you will see now this particular column, the heading is what? Units sold. Now in a situation whereby I scroll down, can you see it now? I can't see the details of this particular column, or for this column, or for this column, or for this column. Now, how do you keep this first column such that when you are actually scrolling down or scrolling right? Now, let me just start with the scrolling down. When you are scrolling down, the first column still remain the same. In this case, we will be using the view menu bar here. So to do that, I will just come to the view. Now let's click on the view now. If I click on the view, you will see freeze pane here. If I click on this freeze pane now, you will see three things here: freeze pane, freeze top row, and the third one, which is the freeze first column. We'll be discussing these three things before we wrap up this class. Now, this first one, which is the freeze pane, I will discuss it to be the last. Now you will see freeze first row. What it means is the top row will be free such that when I'm scrolling down, the first row will remain there. Now observe, if I click on it here, come to my freeze pane. If I click on freeze first row now, observe, if I scroll down now, can you see the first row actually remain the same now? That's what freeze what first row. To every point, I can know that this is segment, country, product, discount, unit sold, manufacturer price, sales price, gross sales, discount, sales, cost of goods sold, profit, date, month number, month, year. If I want to remove the effect I added now, I will just come back here. If I come back here now, if I click on it, if I unfreeze now, unfreeze panes now, can you see now the effect has actually removed? If I scroll down now, can you see I'm no longer seeing the word the top row any longer until I scroll back up. The next one is
If I'm scrolling to the right now, observe. If I'm scrolling to the right now, can you see? At some point, it won't show the segment, country, product any longer. It will only show all these values or datas. So if I want to keep this product name now, let me scroll back. If I want to keep this product name now, in this case, this freeze pane does two things. Number one is to unfreeze any effect you have done. But if there is nothing, you have not applied any effect, it will show you freeze pane. Now let's freeze first row or top column or then top row now. Now let's freeze first column or top row again now. Now if I click on this place now, if I click here, come to view, under view, come to freeze pane. Now freeze first column now. If I freeze first column now, observe, if I scroll right now, observe, if I scroll right now, if I scroll to the right, can you see? Now all the other informations now, I'm no longer seeing them as I'm scrolling right. What I have left here is what? The segment. The segment. Now to unfreeze this now, to unfreeze it back, come here, click on it, unfreeze pane. If I unfreeze it now, you can see now it has actually what? Bring out the other informations, the country, product, discount and all that. Now how do I solve my problem? I want to keep these top rows now and these products. What I will do is I will keep the top row and I won't click on anybody on this top row and these names. Sorry, this segment, the country and all that. Now at this particular point, the product and the top row, that's what I want to work on. I will come to this top column, this third column now, which is the product. What it means is that I want to keep everything to its left and I want to keep everything on top. So when I click at this point now, what I actually need here is the product name and the country. No, sorry, the product name particularly. Now observe, if I click here now, this particular portion now, and I come to my freeze pane now. Now if I click on this freeze pane now, you can see I've keep everything to the top, right, and to the top now, and also I've keep everything to the left now. Observe, if I scroll now, can you see the product name is still here? I can see the sales of it, the cost of goods sold. If I scroll down now, can you see the product name are still showing and the country and all that. Now can you see now the product name still remain. So that is how to keep everything on the top row and keep everything to the. Now to undo the last action now, if I want to unfreeze it now, I will just come back here. If I click on it now, unfreeze pane now, can you see now everything is back to the original state. Try one more example now. For instance now, if I bring my cursor here now, you get what I'm saying now? If I bring my cursor here, that means keep everything on top and everything to the left. Now let me click on freeze pane now. Can you see now? That means you can see this line now is indicating that keep everything on top, on the top row, and keep everything to the left. Can you see? Can you see? It's indicating that keep everything on the top row. And if I scroll down now, can you see now? Those on the top row now is not actually moving. Now that's how to make use of the freeze pane, first column, and the top row. Now thank you so much. I believe you actually learned one or two things in this lesson. In the next lesson, we'll be looking at the VLOOKUP. Also, don't forget to subscribe to my YouTube channel. Also like our videos. On the comment section, kindly state if there's any video you want me to work on. Kindly state it there. We'll surely work on it and we'll prepare the video and upload it. Till the next class or till the next lesson, enjoy the rest of your day. Thank you. Bye.